Welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health. My name is Tosin Omolaja. This is a program that brings you all the important information you need to know about NAFDAC. The agency is saddled with the responsibility of safeguarding our health by ensuring that the foods, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment made available to us are safe and wholesome. Today, we join the Director General, NAFDAC, at a press conference in Lagos where she updates the general public on activities of NAFDAC.
I would like to thank the media for this meeting. I take the presence of media very seriously because without the media, the words cannot go out. And what NAFDAC does is like a field work that affects every citizen that eats or drinks in Nigeria. Therefore, I'm very delighted to welcome and update you on the activities of NAFDAC in her quest to ensure total elimination of fake, expired, substandard, banned, adulterated, and falsely labeled medical products, other unsafe and unwholesome NAFDAC-regulated products from circulation.
Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, in her statement, said the Officers of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of NAFDAC and the Federal Task Force on Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and Unwholesome Processed Foods raided 2 warehouses at the Trade Fair Complex in Lagos.
The Officers of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of NAFDAC and the Federal Task Force on Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and Unwholesome Processed Foods raided 2 warehouses at the Trade Fair Complex in Lagos, where multiple cartons of banned drugs, including 10 cartons of tafradol or tramadol, 225 milligram, were found. It is pertinent to mention that any strength above 100 milligram not registered is banned due to deleterious effects on vital organs of the body, such as the central nervous system and the brain. Furthermore, 1,200 cartons of banned analgesic injection, 2,200 cartons of banned codeine syrup, suspected fake, 500 cartons of asthma artemether injection, 534 cartons plus 300 packets of biomal anti-malaria artesunate injection, 188 cartons of Hydra and Black Cobra sildenafil citrate, 198 cartons of super artesunate injection, among others, were discovered and evacuated by the Officers of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of NAFDAC.
Professor Adeyeye said falsified drugs worth over 3 billion naira was also seized, as well as several truckloads of the offensive products from the warehouses.
The banned and falsified drugs in the warehouses owned by one Chuka, who is still at large, is estimated to be worth over 3 billion naira. Over 20 truckloads of the offensive products were evacuated from the 2 locations. The products were stored at temperatures above 40 degrees centigrade, which ordinarily would denature or break down some of the active ingredients and the excipients that are used to make the products. 10th of November, the agency arraigned one Mr. Udensi of Fini Farms Limited, Onitsha, at the Federal High Court, Lagos, for importing fake tramadol. The defendant imported a fake version of the registered brand. An investigation also revealed that the fake drugs were imported from China. The agency has also observed that some fake and counterfeit products are brought into the country through a system known as group page. This is a system where more than 2 persons load a container with different items from the country of origin. It is collectively cleared and distributed to the owners of the items. This system aids and abets counterfeiting, and the agency has found that controlled, banned, and unregistered regulated products are usually concealed and brought into the country through this arrangement.
The DG made it known that the agency has been recording tremendous success in carrying out raid operations in the area of a feature of unwholesome processed cereals, beverages, and dairy products.
In order to deal with incidents of food fraud, the agency is also carrying out raid operations with tremendous success, already recorded in the area of forfeiture of these unwholesome processed cereals that you can see on the other side of the table there, beverages, and dairy products. In the nationwide raid, which commenced in July 2021, 7 trucks conveying 4,578 cartons of various unlabeled, transparent nylon packed cereals worth over 60 million naira were confiscated by the agency. The sources of these various packed cereals and dairy products cannot be verified, and therefore NAFDAC cannot guarantee the safety of the products for consumption. During one of our operations, a suspect declared that Cocoa Pops, cornflakes, and oats being displayed for sale in transparent nylons were sourced from Loma Waste, Lagos Waste Management System, waste disposal trucks, meaning people were picking waste products and repackaging them into transparent nylons for sale.
Professor Adeyeye sounded warning to the general public on purchasing products that have been removed from their primary packaging.
The public is hereby warned not to purchase cereal or other products that have been removed from their primary packaging, so as not to jeopardize their health. The agency is particularly pained because infants and children are the target and the ultimate victims of such wicked and evil activities. The agency has also commenced the raids of markets and supermarkets with the aim of mopping up unregistered NAFDAC products. This is in response to credible intelligence indicating that importers are smuggling into the country unregistered regulated products during this festive period. Customers are hereby enjoined to shine their eyes when making purchases of products and should not patronize roadside and street vendors. We solicit the cooperation of the public, corporate bodies, religious bodies or religious leaders, traditional rulers, health practitioners, gentlemen of the press, and all stakeholders in our effort to rid the nation of fake and unwholesome products. The counterfeiters are not spirits. They live among us and flaunt their ill-gotten blood money. To assist us, please report to the nearest NAFDAC office in your neighborhood, town, or city across the country. I want to assure customers of NAFDAC-regulated products that the agency will leave no stone unturned in the war against counterfeiting or selling of substandard falsified medicines or unwholesome foods.
We'll take a short break now. We will be back. Don't go away. Welcome back. If you are just joining in, you're watching NAFDAC and your else. And we've been bringing you highlights from the DG NAFDAC's press conference in Lagos. The DG responded to questions from the press, first about the activities of the agency at the port.
Yes, we are the port, but there's need for us to also reiterate the fact that we have porous borders as well. So some of these things, they filter into the society or the circulation. So what we do is that as soon as we get them, we deal with them. We don't tolerate it. And also, we've been working closely with Interpol to see how we deal with these people. Because some of them in China, they work with the people here. And they try to conceal names. What they do is they put maybe the phone number of the person on the bag. And you have some of these products that are coming as personal effects. They hide them. So even at the ports, we get them. When they get them into the marketplace, we also go after them. So the issue is that we don't restrict our activities to just outside the port. We are the ports as well.
We don't wait until they bring the goods here, but you have a smuggling ring in any country. And I want to give an example of China and India. Any regulated product that is brought into the country from China and India is supposed to go through the clean report inspection analyst in CRIA in India or China. They cannot ship any drug into the country without getting the CRIA certification. But the ones that we are seeing now are not going through that route too. They are smuggling such into the country. And NAFDAC is not the only agency at the port. The customs are there, MPA is there, Shippers Council is there, freight forwarders are there. So it's a multi-agency area, so to say. What we have been trying to do now is to collaborate among ourselves so that we have our eyes out, ears out, so that this group page channel can be blocked.
She was also asked about products brought to the conference.
These beautiful products are banned products that are still being smuggled into the country. An example is analgin injection. It has been banned, but it's still being smuggled into the country. What is even inside it may not be analgin. They may just be using the packaging to bring such products in. So a lot of these are banned. Codeine syrup was banned May of 2018. The then Minister of Health banned it. But these have been imported into the country. The ones that were banned were the ones that have been manufactured in the country. And we have not approved any imported codeine syrup. The locally made codeine syrup has been banned since 2018, but here we are with the banned products coming in. This is tafradol or tramadol that came with our regulated products. And what is put on the label is 225 milligrams. Usually the prescription strengths are 50 and 100 milligrams. If anybody takes this, the brain is going to fry. And many of our children have run mad. Homes have been broken, dreams have been shattered because of use of product that should not be used at this level. I know that NDLEA is doing a lot, let's drink, but this product, or I will call it a product, was taken from the dump site of companies that make this officially, that companies that register the chocolate drink. Like, yes, from their truck, they will go in and pick up this sawdust-looking thing inside this bag, and then we start using Congo type of weight measures to sell to people. Where they came from, how long they've been there, whatever bacteria that are there, they sell for our children to drink. The same thing with cereals. The waste cereals from legitimate companies are retrieved, and I'm urging companies to have an SOP, standard operating procedure, for destruction of their waste, because there are some people that are waiting to compromise the health of the public with the waste. So you have all these cereals. This is cocoa oats, or that looks like oats, that are supposed to have been destroyed, disposed, incinerated by companies that people go and pick and start selling. And sometimes they will fake the known brand packaging. So you would think you are buying a known brand, but it is a waste. This is a waste collected from their dump site.
She was also asked about the purported collaboration between NAFDAC and LOMA.
The fight against substandard falsified medicines, unwholesome food, is not just the activity of NAFDAC alone. About 3 months ago, LOMA actually alerted us about a house where falsified medicines were being stored, and it's not just falsified medicines, it's also waste. That was what drew their attention to it. So my answer to your question is that we are working with LOMA, and we're going to take this second incident up. To mitigate this, it is a multi-agency, including the public community effort, that will reduce it.
Time now to bring you our bulletin on NAFDAC's activities over the last week. That's on NAFDAC Updates.
NAFDAC uncovers 4 assorted unregistered herbal medicines in Kaduna. NAFDAC Kaduna State discovers 4 assorted unregistered herbal medicines in Kaduna metropolis during its surveillance activities in the state for lapses hinging on unsatisfactory good manufacturing practice, poor hygiene practice, production with expired license, among others. According to NAFDAC Kaduna State Coordinator, Mr. Nasir Mato, all the products packaged in recycled beverage PET bottles were found on display for sale to the unsuspected public and therefore mopped up for further laboratory investigation. The medicines were labeled for treatment of pain, cold, stomach trouble, and malaria. Huge labeling lapses and violations were observed on all the 4 different herbal drugs. NAFDAC arraigns businessman over fake tramadol 100 milligrams importation. The National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has arraigned a 43-year-old businessman, Afamefuna Udensi, director of Finifam Pharmaceuticals Limited, before a federal high court in Lagos on alleged importation of fake tramadol drug. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that, according to NAFDAC,
Fini farm belonging to Udense in a premeditated attempt to beat NAFDAC PID at the port of entry, concealed the fake products with furniture and motor spare parts in groupage from China. NAFDAC said that the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate also gathered intelligence on a warehouse at Onitsha, Anambra State, belonging to the clearing agent of the suspected kingpin of the syndicate, and a raid was conducted. During the operation, operatives recovered 171 cartons of products purportedly smuggled in from China, and it was observed that some of the cartons had the names of the suspects written on them. He was arraigned on 3-count charge of importation as well as sale of fake and unregistered drugs. In the charges, the prosecutor, Mrs. Chinyere Okoli, told the court that the defendant, who resides at number 2 Ezinwane Street in Onitsha, Anambra State, committed the offense on October 26. She said that he had imported 100 grams of tramadol, which were discovered to be unregistered and consequently fake. She told the court that the offenses contravened the provisions of Sections 1C, Sections 1.1 and Sections 3.1 of the Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and Unwholesome Processed Foods Miscellaneous Provisions Act, Cap C-34 Law of the Federation 2004. The offense also contravened the provisions of Section 1.1 of the Food, Drug and Related Products Registration Act, Cap F-33 Law of the Federation 2004. He, however, pleaded not guilty to the charges before Justice Daniel Osiago. After the plea of the defendants, defense counsel Mr. Emeka Okpoko-san informed the court that it was granted administrative bail by the police. The judge ordered the defendant to be remanded in the Correctional Service Alagbon pending bail.
That's it on NAFDAC Update. You've been updated.
Here's where we draw the curtains on this edition of the program. Join us same time, same station next week for another informative package. In the meantime, if you have comments, complaints, or you want to report activities of fake drugs or adulterated food product peddlers, our doors are always open. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email NAFDAC at nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded. NAFDAC prioritizes customer satisfaction, which is why our motto says we are customer focused, agency minded. Kindly visit our website to fill a short customer satisfaction survey to help us serve you better. COVID-19 is real. Please ensure you and your family follow the safety measures as outlined by the NCDC. Stay away from crowded places as much as possible, and if you must be out there, please wear a face mask. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water, and ensure you use only NAFDAC-approved alcohol-based hand sanitizers. See you next week. Stay safe.